I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is June 5th, Wednesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, what the fuck did I tell y'all? Look at that beautiful push. Went straight through the highs. Getting into this into that opening range gap. If you're not coming here to learn, then you are wasting your fucking time. Period. So yesterday, just so you know, I'm making it very clear about coming up here. We had a gap here. We came up here on the 15 minute on the regular trading hours. We had the opening gap that I still had highlighted here from this day, from that high to technically this, what has been sealed. And then, of course, if you're going through that, you got the highs, right? The complete highs of the market. So what did we do? Man, we ran right through that shit. Now today was a very similar day to yesterday. So you need to watch yesterday's video so it makes sense. I'll try to make this short. As you see, when we came down, we were sitting as support at the opening of the week. Take a look at the opening of the week. Anything below the opening of the week is obviously a wick. Anything above the opening of the week is the body of the week candle, right? This is very common sense. So hopefully you can see that now. But support there. And when we came into support, I was telling you about this. 8 a.m. This 8 a.m. 15-minute candle right here. See this down candle? We dragged that out, and it was holding as support while the opening gap. Then I moved this line here, showing you this down candle right here. This 130, 15-minute down candle. Pushed it. As you see, we came support. We opened up, right? We opened up, and we had an opening gap there. We opened up, came right back to it as support as well. And then this is not looking at built liquidity. We're looking for Wednesday to expand and continue the range, right, of the weekly candle. So you're not looking at this to take out liquidity, right? Like if this was a Tuesday or Monday, maybe, or even a Thursday, or even Friday, really. But Wednesday, you want to see it. You want to see Wednesday transition. Wednesdays are tough for me, and Mondays are tough for me. But this was, laid out very clear. So the point of me saying all this is that yesterday was the same idea, because when we push up, we used it as support as well. And you're looking for higher highs and higher lows in it. Man, it couldn't have got any more clear. You could see here when we were getting higher highs and higher lows here. And if you look at it, everything is balanced. Everything, even when we break out, all the breakout artists, look at the price coming back down at 7 a.m. And then pushing up again, retracing back, pushing up again. Now this is where it's 9:30. I'm going to transfer over to the 1 minute chart just so you can see this. But the point is this: when 9:30 is here, I've only got one idea in my trading, which is I'm looking for a retrace back into that a 15-minute imbalance with a down candle. Where look at the time here when the price. Let me move this over so you can't see what's going on here. Right there. When the price is right there, can you see? Well, what am I looking for? Well, you got all these imbalanced candles. That would be, I'm talking about the 8:45, the 9 o'clock, and the 9:15. At that time, all this is sitting there empty, right? So I'm looking to come back. When 9:30 comes, I'm highlighting. Let me move it back. I'm highlighting this down candle, this 8:15 down candle. Plus, I know it's got that imbalances there. So drag it out to the right. Take a look, as you can see. And 9:30, right away, it's a 1 minute, right? Yeah. 9:30 shoots it down. Okay. Retraces back. Nice little imbalance. Retraces back. You zoom in. I want to make this short. Comes down, taps that. Okay, cool. No problem. Now, the thing is today we had news today at we had the 8:15 non-farm employment change. We had the 9:45, right, which was a light calendar, and then we have the 10 o'clock, right? So with that understanding, very similar to yesterday, we are being careful and nimble. If you're taking this trade and you're selling it down here, beautiful. That's what I did. And then sure enough, your idea is to take the profit. Your goal of selling down, if you shouldn't even at all, which is counter trend trading, you should be waiting for the buy. This is where I'm looking to take a buy. Okay. Also, you can see that we do have, I mean, there's so much technical stuff to talk about, but I'll try to keep this simple. You can see here that this inversion imbalance holds price well as support. But the main goal that's in here that's refined is the actual candle itself. This is the down candle, right? So I'll just leave that there. But anyways, sure enough, the price comes up here, and I'm not really worried about 945, but the 10 o'clock I was worried about. I tried to take this little scalp right here. Man, check this crazy shit out. So, I went to take this sell here, right? And I was in, and then I fucking put my stop loss 50% of this candle, this 952 candle. So it would have been right there, sitting right there in the middle, when I should have put it right on top. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I should have just put it right there. So when the 959 candle came up, I wasn't worried about it, but it shot right to the 50% of it. It took me out. I was like, you motherfucker. And then 10 o'clock kicked in and it shot all the way down. Because I knew we were going to come and wipe out this liquidity. What I'm trying to say is I saw this as a beautiful speaker right here. See this? See this right here? See that? At the time, this wasn't even there. So we had higher high, and higher high. We had lower low. We had low, lower low, lower low. And I was looking to take out this liquidity to get deeper into the candle. And that was pretty much it, and we notice that we're hovering above the 25% of the opening range. And I expected not to fill it or anything. We were going up, right? But sure enough, I missed out on that play because it took me out by a hair. I was like, dude, you're kidding me. But anyways, I shouldn't have done it anyway. I should have just kept it above here or not even took the trade at all. It's risky to begin with. But anyways, price whipped down and came all the way back up, right? So once it did that here, no problem. I'm playing. I'm just waiting for this thing to settle down. What does it do? So when you got this big ass wick, that's a big ass gap, right? And that's pretty shady, obviously. So what they did is they brought the price back down. Slowly brought the price back down. And then now we got bodies close here on the 1 minute at least. And then take a look. It hits that same 15-minute down candle again. So right there, now we have this last down candle. This demand block is sitting there. This is the 1009. So right is perfect right before 1010. You could have took this trade right there, but you had to have pretty much balls. Or if you wanted to wait for confluence or some type of confirmation, you want to see us reach above this candle here, this 1009, and it's being used as a demand block, which is going to be holding as support. And as you can see, there's a lot that I can mention right now, but I'm not even going to get into it. But as you can see here, this down candle, when the 1015, if you look at this 10 o'clock candle, 15-minute candle, when it closes, the next candle opens, which is the 1015. So the 1015 is what I enter on. I'm waiting for that because I want to see if 1015 is going to push this candle down into 50% of this wick of the 10 o'clock candle, 15-minute. But it doesn't because we've already came down inside this 10 to 1015 candle. You can't see it, but we close. You see how we close. The bodies are already there, and then we end up closing right here on the what's it called? This 10 o'clock. What is it called? The 1015. Before the 1015 opens, this is the body where we close right here. See this 1014 candle, obviously. So then the 1015 is what pushes down, wipes out that little miniature swing, that pool, and it creates the wick of the 1015 fucking candle. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm aware of that, right? And then as soon as it dips down, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy here. And sure enough, we are holding this as support. And it's also this 1015 1 minute candle is sitting at 50% of the actual 1009 candle. So you can also do projections here with this candle. Since it's the last down move, so to speak, you can take a projection tool here, fib tool here, and measure that actual candle itself. If you measure the actual candle itself, you'll see that we get to 4 standard deviations, much higher. Obviously, we busted all the way through, but or 4.5. And this is where I get out. My purpose of this trade is getting out to seal the rest of this opening range. Now, I understood that I could have held it for the all-time highs, but I'm not fucking, I don't care. I'm done. It's London, pretty much London close, and that's what it was. But what do you call it? As you can see here, this candle is holding as support as well. And even if you measured the actual body of the candle itself, still talking about the 1009, you can see that 50% right here. Let me move it over just a little bit. I'll move it the other way. All right, so even if you measured 50% of the body itself, you can see that that 1015 candle pokes right in it. Super game what I'm giving you right here. But beautiful trade here, and then what happened? They built this little liquidity and then shot through, right? So, and that was pretty much all she wrote after that. So busted right through, and then we popped up above this gap right here. Well, this is the previous week gap. That's sitting right here, up here, last week, Monday, Sunday, right there. That's the week, same week gap dragged over. It's right here, but now obviously it's gray. It's not the current week. So we come above it. You see how we come above it, and we test it. See how we test it right there? We use it as support. Then we push up. Then we get this little retracement back, not deep at all or anything, right into this candle. This well, on a 5-minute you can see it a little more clear. How you go? So you can see here that 5-minute. I'm gonna delete this. Well, nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna move it over. Let me just move it over, and then you can see here. Bam, got that imbalance right there. And then if you refine that imbalance that it's sitting in, I've refined it down to this down candle right here. This was a nice another entry if you wanted to continue. This 1031 candle right there, 1031. See that? Beautiful sitting there, and then boom, shoots off. 1059 pushes off. Now when it gets here, I'm out of the trade here, and I do try to take this sell because I did see a nice little divergence at the time. But you know, all I was trying to do was take this trade and wipe out some liquidity, or just balance some of this price, or even get into here if it would. But it didn't, man. When you get these strong bullish days and you can tell it keeps running, especially when you have these targets up here like that, you gotta let it go, man. You know what I'm saying? Like and if you let it go, you want to be buying. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to pull the last move before the day for me was over, and sure enough, I knew it was just gonna keep buying up. Now, were there opportunities in this? Sure, there was, but I don't like it because easily the market could reverse and sink on you to wipe out liquidity. So I don't want to be caught with that unless you're super scalping real quick. But where could you have scalped again? Well, we pushed above here, through here, and then you see this 11-12 candle, little down candle. We pushed right through that. So this is balanced right here with that little down candle, and then it pushes up, and you see right when we make this high, you get a low, you get another high, and then you just pretty much swept that high, came right back down to balance right into there. I don't have to draw that, but that's a nice trade too. And then sure enough, it's higher high, higher low for the rest of the day. So once you break this level of price action right here, pushes up, retraces back, very common area for this to come right back to. Take a look at that, a little oversold there, and bounce right the fuck off of it. Another fucking nice play. You could have took this to make a new higher high right there. Nice play right there, but I had to walk away because I know it's over with for me. But the whole point of all this is that, you have to trust your analysis, man. And that's the only reason why I'm succeeding, because yesterday I dropped the ball and not trusting. Oh, not yesterday. Monday, even though I was still profitable, I didn't trust my analysis. And you really got to trust your analysis, and you really got to take profit, man. You really got to take profit. And for me, I don't care what anybody says. Even though this was going to be a rough day, you shouldn't trade the rest of the week even with this going on. But every single day you can still find a great trade. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a trade, in my opinion, every day. But I mean, choppy. Yesterday was really choppy, but what did they do? They ended up blowing right through again. And you just again, you got to trust your analysis. I mean, a lot of people are bragging on the internet that they're catching some of these trades, but I'm not bragging. But I mean, I'm telling you the day before where it's going. Fuck showing you my trade. Fuck all this other shit. Like I'm literally telling you where it's going the day before. So, no one's really doing that. That might give their outlook or their bias, but you didn't see nothing, man. So, anyways, super crazy day. And now Nvidia has fucking broken all-time highs. Nvidia, and I was mentioning yesterday, Nvidia, take a look. I was looking at that 1200 level as a possible level. First this level right here. Oh, I moved this, by the way. I was just playing with the projection, but I was talking about the 1180 and then the 1200, and sure enough, we gapped up to the 1180 and we kept going. And then once we got to 1200, look what we did. We were hovering around 1200, and then they pushed right through that bitch. Now we're at what, 1230 or whatever. But yeah, man, I think Nvidia is the second largest company in the world now, which is right underneath Microsoft, which that's so suspect. How is Microsoft the biggest company in the world? So scammer. But anyways, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So divergence work here, another big hint. So the thing that could have threw you off is if you were watching Dow. Dow is coming all the way down here. While if you looked at the regular trading hours for a second here, you'll see that super game here. You'll see that Dow, gapped up, came all the way down, took out liquidity. S&P came down and pretty much sealed the opening range gap. And for us, NAS, if you're trading NAS, and NAS didn't even come, below 25%. So the way you could protect yourself in this situation is understanding, okay, look, well, NAS is obviously the big leader in the three, right? Even though I believe they're a part of the S&P still, but as being a tech company, NAS is getting pushed is a lot more stronger than these two. So as you see, it wasn't a mixed market. It was just NAS was just way stronger. Was it willing to go down? And that's okay. But you have to have understood that while this was happening also, so you didn't get thrown off. But same time, you can see here that we had higher lows here with NAS, and we had lower lows here with S&P and Dow. And you had, even from this macro part level here, you could see that we had a lower low here. And then from here, we had higher highs with S&P and NAS. So the strength, you can see that. So that was pushing us up there. And then this was a big giveaway right here when also we had divergences here. So we had higher lows here, right here, higher lows here, and higher lows here. But we had lower lows with Dow. So pretty sick, man, pretty crazy. And still was an 18-minute video. God damn, bro. And then a fucking dollar shooting all the way up too. So, not really that helpful. Again, remember, dollar is the last piece of our puzzle. We are not relying on dollar. If you don't even want to look at dollar, don't look at dollar. We trade indices. So I still think it's helpful, but I don't think it's obviously not necessary. But at the same speaking, if you were trading forex, obviously the dollar would be, your main barometer. But for indices, they're playing around, and it's not that necessary. So, I pretty much covered all that. Now, where do we go from here, man? I mean, to be honest with you, so we got our option of shooting straight up for another leg up. So this is going to be another fuckery like this, hitting up here, retracing, higher highs, higher lows, and hold on one second. The big question is how do we proceed from here? Since it's June, we have a couple things that are going to happen from here, in my opinion. let me just do this. And I'm thinking let it range out a little bit, right? Let's just let it range out a little bit, and then now it's questionable. Is it going to then do what I was mentioning, and then shooting up more? Because this is what I see going on right here. Popping up, I don't know how high. Even if we did a projection here, let's see, let's do it from here. Just do it from here. So yeah, let's just say whatever, right? Even half or full. I really don't know, and I really don't care either. But the 30-year shows something like this. Now, if it's like the 5-year historical data, then we're doing this, dude. I mean, we're going up. We're going up like this. We're going up like this. We get a nice pullback like this, and it's just going right back up, something like that. So if it's the 5-year historical data, it'll do something like this. And if it was the 30-year, it'll probably do what I just said right before this. So yeah, I mean, I gotta pretty much almost stay away. I mean, I gotta be nimble again and take trades here and there, but take the profit and be that. But I got a vacation next week anyway, so I might be toning it down again next week. So other than that, I don't know what else to say. I think this is pretty good, and I pretty much explained everything here. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I could say. You guys take care, and God bless.